Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. My voice is gone. I was at the game. We had a blast. We dropped 70 on tech. We brought the energy I was talking about pregame. We brought that energy. We dropped 70 on tech. I was there in person. 70-35 victory for Steve Sarkisian and Pete Kwiatkowski in their Big 12 debut under the Texas Longhorn regime. Was good, everybody. Hopefully everybody's getting into the chat. Y'all go ahead, make sure you know how we take attendance here. Hit that like button. My voice is gone because I was giving these boys my energy in the stands. Everybody that came up to me today at the game, it was a blast being back in DKR, but everybody that came up today showed love. Jack from New York and just so many different people that I got a chance to meet after the game. I appreciate it. And y'all know if you were in DKR today, it was live, 11 a.m. kickoff. As Shannon Sharp says, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. We got it done today. As I kick off, y'all make sure it sounds good. I think I'm good over here on sound, but I do, before we get started into game recap and just jumping into everything, we already got a super chat up here. What's good, my man? What's good? No, it was fantastic. We're going to jump into everything. This comment here, yes, I will be at the TCU game. Amon G. Carter Stadium. I will be there. So what's up? I'm going to pull up on the road too. Big 12 road game. I will be there next week, and I will be there for the OU game as well. I already got my tickets for both TCU and OU. We about that action over here. But before I get into breaking everything down, at least from my vantage point, not watching the game film or anything, but just being at the game and whatnot, before we get into everything, as I said already, we have a contest winner. We have a winner. Shout out to our sponsor, BUSR, the official sportsbook, the official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. And as many of you know, we had a special contest that we ran Thursday night from our live stream all the way through kickoff of Texas versus Texas Tech for anybody that signed up at busr.com/fanatic. So now I get to announce the winner of that contest. Congratulations, Mr. Joe Silva. So shout out to Joe Silva. You are the winner of the $250 cash bonus, 50 free casino spins, one-time rollover. Congratulations, Joe Silva. Very, very proud of everybody that signed up and took advantage of the promo. We're going to run more promos and whatnot, but sign up, busr.com/fanatic. That's our official sportsbook and betting partner. By the way, I want to tell y'all this. Speaking of BUSR, I'm now free to disclose. As y'all know, I picked 42-31 as my final score. We went way over that. I parlayed Texas covering with the over. So we also made some money today on BUSR. Your boy Steve over here. Anyway, let's jump into it. 70-35. PK's debut. Somebody asked me about atmosphere. Let's talk fan stuff first. First off, shout out to Mike, Rocky, guys over at Last Stand Hats. All gas, no breaks. I don't get paid by them. They're just my boys. I love what they do. And got to tailgate with them today. The owners of Last Stand Hats, and they're phenomenal people. We will have them on the channel. And they run a great tailgate with Occupy Left Field. It was phenomenal atmosphere. And can't wait to see those guys again and get them on the channel. They're great for the culture of Texas and what we're building here. So, let's get after it. Anyway, FT, I'm gonna get to it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yo, I was screaming third down. Yo, I get my energy when I play ball, and I feel like I sit close enough to where I'm able to. I feel like I'm talking to the players. And I give it all, man. Third down, Darian Dunn was out here just bullying people in the red zone, and I'm over here trying to trying to talk to them, talk to Darian Dunn, trying to throw out some keys on things I'm seeing and things that Tech is doing. But it was so anyway. Atmosphere question. I want to get to that. Atmosphere was really good for an 11 a.m. kickoff. I know a lot of people are going to focus on the south end zone and the empty seats. And Chris Del Conte, Jay Harsel, who got a shout out before the game, they're gonna have to work on that because a lot of those people are going to the club. There's a club atmosphere in there. You can also have field access down there. There's a lot of flexibility with those seats. However, I understand from a TV edit, and I saw the same thing sitting in the north end zone myself. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So I'm gonna leave it at that. The atmosphere in the bowl was phenomenal. For 11 a.m. kickoff, I felt like we were juiced up and ready for Tech. Great energy. Everybody on my side was engaged. People were there on time. And look, are we ever going to look like, Virginia Tech or some of these other schools? No. But for us, I was with it with the energy. I really was. And I'll be honest with you. Somebody said the country club. Y'all funny. I'll be honest with you. I do think it impacted Tech a little bit. I said before in the pregame, Tech hasn't played a true road game, and I don't care what they did at NRG. That's not a true road game. The atmosphere in the bowl, I do think impacted Tech in some regard. I'm not going to say full blown because Matt Wells, his job is on the line. He's on life support today because some of the decisions he made, we were aided by Tech's decision making by their coaching staff, no doubt about it. But in terms of the atmosphere, which is what you guys are asking about, and this is Fanatic perspective, I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean the student section, all that they're gonna have to figure out. They're gonna have to figure out what's good over there, because I am drained. Victor Santiago said, "You look drained, bro." Yeah, no, I mean I had a blast. And then I was watching, as I'm sure many of you were, which is why I'm starting the stream where I am right now. I was watching A&M and Arkansas. So Brandon's pissed. He went to go watch Shang-Chi. He cut his phone off. Y'all pray for that brother tonight. I know exactly what he's going through because we went through it in Vietnam. But them brothers got dealt with. Zach Calzada is not the move. But no, phenomenal atmosphere. So let's get to our game though. Casey Thompson, 6 touchdowns, 5 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. I tweeted this out. And I want y'all to take note of this. You know what? Let me go ahead and share my screen. Bump it. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because this is worth paying attention to because this is what I've been asking for. It's to style on people. So let me share this one time for y'all, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Y'all see this depth chart or this box score? I'm sorry. Y'all see this box score? Look at that. When's the last time in a conference game a Texas box score looked like this? Look at this. Quarterback, 300-plus passing yards. Running backs, 300-plus yards on the ground. When's the last time a Texas box score looked like this? Y'all talk to me now. We haven't dropped 70 since Vince Young, 05. Joel Klatt, shout out to Joel Klatt, the homie over at Fox Sports. You got your ass tore up by Drew Kelson, and then what's good? But when's the last time the box score looked like this? Xavier Worthy, true freshman, 5 catches, 100, 3 touches. Jordan Whittington, 5-star, 5 catches, 93 yards, touch. Bijan Robinson, I told y'all, let's get Bijan going in the passing game. 2 catches, 54 yards, touch. I know Joshua Moore didn't bring in the stats today, but he had a really nice catch on Digger on a ball that was behind him. When is the last time a box score looked like this? This is what we've been talking. This right here, bro, this is truly all gas, no brakes. This is all gas, no brakes. And yes, to be fair in context, And we know TCU lost today to SMU, Dallas versus Fort Worth. That's a fun debate in itself. But we know the test. TCU may have been looking ahead to Texas. Who knows? Gary Patterson. I heard a stat today. I don't know if it's accurate that the week before TCU plays Texas, they're 2-8. So maybe they were just hunting for Texas. I don't know. My point is, though, Big 12 opener, whether we've played Kansas in the past, whether when Baylor was down, no matter who we've played, our numbers haven't even looked like this. Our offense was relentless. The defense was up and down. Defense had their moments, and Tyler Shuck got hurt. All of it. We had a pick six. Defense that wasn't bad. I mean, run game. Texas Tech focused on their run. We keyed in on it. Thought defensive line played well today. Alfred Collins showed up. I got to meet his family today. Shout out to the Collins family. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Salt of the earth people. I was so happy I got to meet them today, and it was cool to meet them on the day the boy had a good game. But Tech hadn't been tested. And I talk about truth serum games for Texas. This was actually a truth serum game for Tech because they hadn't been in this type of environment, and you saw what happened. So I'm just keeping it a buck and letting y'all know what's up. But when's the last time our box score looked like this? Y'all tell me. Hopefully I'm coming through okay. I don't know if my connection is good or not, but man, the environment on 4th and 4, opening drive. Let's start opening drive. 4th and 4, we hit Bijan on the wheel route. Again, we hit Bijan on the wheel route. Hudson Card hit him in the Louisiana game. We hit Bijan Robinson on the wheel route, and he's so special. And he's the type of guy, him and Roshan too, they're so good at making that first man miss. They get into open space. They make it happen. Ball game. So Bijan, thank you, because I thought my connection signal wasn't looking great. But if we're good, if I'm coming through on y'all's end, that's Gucci. But when those guys catch the football, make a man miss, getting in space, make a man miss, in the hole, make a man miss. Speaking of hole, so let me transition to this because I noticed it right away. We noticed this in the Rice game, but we wanted to see how it would play out against a legitimate opponent. They have Tom Herman and that staff stumbled into something. Mike Yersich and all them. They stumbled into the outside zone, the old school Alex Gibbs, Mike Shanahan zone stretch stuff. They stumbled into it against K-State in Colorado. Sark came here. He wanted to do his thing. He wanted to start RPO, inside zone, all that type of stuff. Rice game, Casey Thompson being inserted. He's like, hey, we got to back up. And let's go back to what this offensive line, because we're at the mercy of our offensive line. Let's get back to what we know. Let's get back to what we do, what we execute well. Today, it was nothing but outside zone and stretch. Now, they got to some inside zone stuff with Roshan later in the game, but opening really the whole first half, it was zone right, zone left, zone right, zone left. And I'm cool with building my offense off of that. If that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do. And that's why I tweeted and said it's refreshing to watch and root for a football team that now understands their identity. And look, I don't know what all of that's going to look like against OU, because OU is really the only one. I know they're playing right now against West Virginia. Iowa State lost in Waco today, if I'm not mistaken. They lost in Waco today. TCU lost to SMU. This goes back to what I was saying before. The Big 12, regardless of where you're at with Sark and the development and all this stuff, the Big 12 is open now. The Big 12, OU won a Big 12 championship game last year. They won their sixth Big 12 title in essentially what was a rebuilding season. They still went and won the thing because the conference was open. So my question is, why can't Texas go and do the same thing? And if I'm Dave Aranda in Waco, I'm asking myself the same question too. Why can't we go and do the same thing? This conference is open. Do y'all hear me? This conference is open. This conference is open. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going to go and win the conference, but when you score, we haven't scored 70 against anybody in 16 years either. 70. That's all gas, no brakes. And that was a legit 70, bro. That wasn't, we're talking about, we got a pick 6 from Josh Thompson. Shout out to the homie Josh Thompson doing his film study, reading that screen, jumping it. No hesitation. 6-year senior, making a play, boost the confidence, jumping it. They were prepared. They were prepared today. And I don't think Texas is going to lose a game at home. And I'm not even trying to sound arrogant, but I don't see anybody that's going to beat them at home because the team, I know somebody mentioned Oklahoma State's up big right now, but Oklahoma State is very banged up. It's very, very banged up right now. That's really the major threat. And I think that's when Uyangalele and Arch and them and some of those visits come in. But hey, shoot, Hal Perkins is there today. Denver Harris is there today. All these recruits are here today. And we dropped 70 in our conference debut. That's dope. That's dope. So let me address some of these comments. So somebody said we need more turnovers. I just saw this one. Listen, I agree. We can do a better job stripping. We did have a block punt return for a touchdown that got called back because of I forgot who it was. I think it was Keelan Robinson or somebody that was lined up offsides. Shout out to Robert Graham. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. We got 222 in here. I don't know what the metrics are looking like. But listen, when Henry Colombi came in the game after Tyler Shuck got hurt, he did the same thing that the other quarterbacks we face, throwing underneath, not taking risk, being conservative. So really our only opportunities for turnovers is if we get a fumble in the run game or we get a strip sack. If people aren't going to try to push the ball down the field, we're not going to get picks. We got a pick. We jumped the screen route and got a pick 6 today. That's dope. We blocked the punt and got a return for a touchdown. That got called back. That's dope. Other than the penalty, they're trying. But if people are not going to take risk and be conservative, and part of that is by design with Pete Kwiatkowski's defense, got to understand that. Said DBs were exposed today. I was worried about the DBs, and yeah, they had their rough moments. Geiger did go over 100 yards. He had 5 catches, 100 and a touch. There was one where I think Schooley went and took out Jameson. I think it was, at least from my angle. And then Eazy-E. I was impressed with the coverage we had on Eazy-E for the most part. Today was really his worst game that he's had against Texas. 7 catches, 56 yards, no touchdowns, no really damaging plays. Rigdon had a big catch when we already had 63 points. That's a shoulder shrug. Things that are correctable. So you move forward. But yeah, the breakaway plays are discouraging. So here's the question I have. This is the big question I have for everybody before I get back to my sponsor. O-line. Was the offensive line way better and way improved today? Or was the Tech defensive line that bad? This is what we got. And this is something that I don't know if we can answer that right now because we know what we've seen from our offensive line. However, I do think they passed off, at least, again, sitting in the stands, I did see them passing things off. Casey Thompson helps them by just being calm and understanding how to move within the pocket and when to be decisive and when to be on time. So that helps them. I think the scheme, play action, outside zone, as I mentioned up top, those things help getting back to what they do well. So I do want to highlight that. But we know Texas Tech coming into this game, if they didn't blitz, They have a lot of they were, and I said this explicitly on my live chat preview. They don't get home if they don't blitz. None of those guys shed blocks. They're just not effective pass rushers. So I don't know if that's going to work against Mathis. I don't know if that's going to work against Benito and some of the better McDonald on Ohio State, some of the better guys we see. But for today, considering even how they looked against Rice, I'll take it. Thank you for the super chat, CDoc80. $10. I can't believe how great the O-line looked pass protection wise. Let's go. And look, sometimes you need a confidence boost, regardless of the opponent. Regardless of the opponent. Thank you for the super chat. Regardless of the opponent. I agree. I do think it's a little bit of both. But the Tech D line, this is something we saw on film. We scouted this all week. They're not good. They're all their pressure, all their sacks. And I think Texas Homer did a good job of highlighting this and alluding to this in his video. If y'all watch Texas Homer and his breakdowns, he said their leading sacks are from the linebackers, which tells you what? They blitzing. That's where they get their pressure from. But the thing is, it's very difficult to blitz Casey Thompson, 4th and 4. You blitz him, all right, fine. We're going to run a wheel to the running back. I'll get the ball out, no problem. You want to blitz me, I'll run a screen behind you. You want to blitz me, I can scramble. That's why once Texas has this mobile quarterback thing going on and he's good enough passer, we can move the ball. We were moving the ball at will. Texas Tech D coordinator had no answers. He was clueless today. And let me highlight this because I was sitting next to some Texas Tech fans. And I want to highlight this. Matt Wells did a horrible job today, in my opinion. I didn't like the way he coached. This is just me speaking as an objective football fan, and Tech people can agree or disagree on this. You have a backup quarterback come in, Tyler Shucks, something happened with his arm after the pick six. You have a backup quarterback come in Columbia, and you decide to go for it. I know the score was 28-7. But it was like 8 or 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And you decide to go for it on 4th and 7 from your own 40-yard line? What do I tell y'all all the time? There's four phases to coaching in terms of mentality. You're either scared, you're conservative, you're aggressive, you're reckless. That was reckless. And if I'm Sark and I'm Texas offense and I'm Kyle Flood, I'm like, that's a touch. And Texas blew it open from there. Thank y'all for these donations. I appreciate it. I know we got a dub today. We feeling good. Mike Gosnell, appreciate it. We back-to-back True Sam games next. Absolutely. Starting with the trip to TCU. Hey, and we're going to Dallas-Fort Worth 2 weeks in a row. Next week, we're going to Fort Worth. And we get our next True Serum game for the offense. Today was the True Serum game for the defense. Next week is the True Serum game for the offense, and what Gary Patterson decides to come up with to try to slow down Casey Thompson, and just how we respond on the road in M&G Carter Stadium. And then right after that, we go to Dallas and we go to the Cotton Bowl, Texas State Fair. No, Columbia didn't look horrible. I don't know who's saying this. Petrus and Mike Gosnell, thank you for the donation. Columbia didn't look horrible. However, when he first came in, his coach screwed up. Punt the ball in that situation. But hey, as a Texas fan, I was delighted. Bro, you gonna go for it on your own 40? Go for it. And it's somebody saying Wells is a good coach. He was a good coach at Utah State, no doubt about it, but they don't have patience right now. Hey, Drew, I saw your donation. Thank you, sir. Drew Adu. He said, you might be the good luck charm out there all the time for the boys. You seem to be the good luck charm. Hey, man. Hey. I just try to go out there and support. This channel's called what? Fanatic Perspective. I'm a fanatic. I get out there when I can, try to get to these games, scream my ass off, be loud, be present, be engaged, and try to give these kids my energy on the field as best I can. I love the sport. True Serum. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We made Columbia look like Joe Montana. I mean, I will say it seemed to me we were playing a lot of off coverage, I don't want to say full blown prevent, but there were some times where there's a lot of stuff on tape we got to correct. Even on offense, right? There's a lot of stuff we got to correct. Xavier Worthy, we are watching this brother blossom right before our eyes. It is electrifying to watch a person that fast play for your football team. It's electrifying to watch somebody get the ball and he is a playmaker. And not only is he a playmaker, whether he's I'm sounding a little hoarse working man. I'm sounding real hoarse. I was screaming my ass off today. Leave me alone. Hook him. But Xavier Worthy, I want to get back to this. Xavier Worthy, I want to hide this one. The other thing is, he is a weapon in the end zone. He understands how to get his feet down. Obviously, we saw the brother back shoulder. He clearly has some sort of connection with Casey Thompson. It's refreshing. It's refreshing to see somebody catch the ball. That's what Steve Sarkisian was looking to recruit at Alabama. Those are the type of players. Evan Stewart, take note. Evan Stewart, take note. This is just the beginning of Xavier Worthy. And we're not a perfect football team. Somebody, Kirk Jones, thank you for the donation, $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Concerned about our corners. I'm concerned about the overall pass coverage when we face a really, really good thrower of the football. The question is, when do we face that person? I don't know how Rattler's looking right now. We'll see. But right now, Brock Purdy has been Max Duggins, Spencer Rattler's been okay, but he's missing reads. He hasn't been turning the football over necessarily, but he's been missing reads. But the thing is, your question, Kirk, is really, are you concerned to the point where our corners will be completely exploited to where it costs us a football game? Yeah, I'm concerned, but it's going to take somebody getting hot and repeatedly doing that over and over and over again. These are things that are correctable. Now, I will say this. I like the depth we have at corner. So if we start struggling there, like Josh Thompson, I know he got the pick 6 today. Sean Jameson, I know he was preseason all-conference. You can't sleep, though. The way Darian Dunn is playing, the way Keaton Crawford can play, the way, when Jahdae Barron gets back, they've got people behind to where, they can have some real-ass conversations. Terry Joseph, Blake Gideon as our safeties coach, as to marrying that up. I do need a little bit more out of Bug. Jaron Thompson, he struggled a little bit, I thought, at the beginning of the game. He made some plays down the stretch, but I need a little bit more out of Bug Thompson. I know he has it in him. I know he's very instinctive, but I need a little bit better effort from Bug. I agree with you, Nathan. Dunn looks good to me, dude. And he played, for whatever reason, Tech was in the red zone a lot when they were in the north end zone and on my side. So, and Dunn was a corner lined up towards the boundary to me. I love what I saw from him. I love his physicality. I like how he hits. I like how he plays in the run. I'm a fan of Darian Dunn. I'm a fan of Darian Dunn. Hell yeah, Stanley. Hell yeah. That's all gas, no brakes. And that's how you respond after you get humbled by Arkansas. That's how you respond after you get your ass whooped. That's all you can do. There's nothing else you can do. What else do y'all want? Y'all want them to not put up 128 in 2 games? That's all you can do. Shout out to Alfred Collins. Like I said, I got a chance to meet his family real quick right after the game. Awesome people. Awesome people here in the area. And it was cool to, they're so proud. I like seeing families that are so proud, that are just genuinely proud of their kid in that moment. So it was cool to see them. Yeah, we were bullies today. I agree with this, Joseph Medina. We were bullies today. We came out there and we set the tone from jump. We took the ball. We didn't, we got the ball right off of the coin flip, went down and scored on a 4th and 4. And I think on that drive we converted after we got into a 2nd and 20, I think, on a holding call. So impressive. By the way, before, again, shout out to our sponsor, BUSR, and our winner of the $250 cash bonus contest, 50 free spins, one-time rollover, Mr. Joe Silva. Congratulations, Joe Silva. Check your account and make sure you get your $250 cash bonus. But congratulations to our winner. Thank you guys, everybody, for participating in the contest. This was fun. We'll try to have more, just keep engaged with you guys. We love you guys. BUSR does too. Very thankful for that. Yeah, the Aggies went down to Arkansas. I think what's funny is it's kind of, I don't know. You guys tell me, was it therapeutic watching the way, not just A&M losing to Arkansas, but the way A&M lost to Arkansas? Because I saw A&M making so many of the same mistakes against Barry Odom's drop 8 defense. I saw so many mistakes, so many of the same mistakes. It's like they didn't even watch our tape. But how does that make y'all feel coming off of us dropping 70 on the same day? A&M formerly had the 2nd longest winning streak in the country behind Bama. Do you feel better about this season moving forward? Is Arkansas legit? We know they go to Athens next week. So I said it was very therapeutic. Talk to me. How do y'all feel about that? Yeah, A&M quarterback Zach Calzada was a disaster today. I don't want to hear anything else from A&M, and I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the A&M game. But Zach Calzada was a disaster. I'll leave it at that. Arkansas is good, and Arkansas did come with that energy. They came with. Let me tell y'all something real quick, real quick, because we as Texas fans need to understand the game. We need to understand the game as Texas fans. Let me tell y'all something real quick. This is why I thought Sam Pittman would come with that energy. He has an opportunity, and now he's completed that opportunity to defeat Texas and Texas A&M on Texas soil in the same month in Dallas, in Arlington, right in front of all the Dallas-Fort Worth recruits. Sam Pittman's in year 2. He beat the shit out of Texas. And really, if KJ Jefferson, in my opinion, and Tran feels the same way, if KJ Jefferson didn't get hurt, he probably beats the shit out of A&M by more. What does that tell recruits? What does that tell recruits if you're Arkansas? That's best case scenario for Sam Pittman in Arkansas. Everything worked out for them. Now they got to finish strong, but this is an unbelievable start for Arkansas. But if you're Steve Sarkisian in Texas, let's get back to Texas. You can't feel much better coming off of what we saw at Fayetteville. We know what our product looks like at home. We know what our product looks like at home. We've been rolling. Now, some people could say competition, what have you. I don't know. But the next 2 Truth Serum games, M&G Carter Stadium in Fort Worth and the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. That's what we're going to learn. Because really, all the tests are not at DKR. And that's why I wasn't even trying to be disrespectful to Tech. But to me, it wasn't. It was a test for PK to see how he would match up with Big 12. But, I knew we were the better team coming into this game. That's why I parlayed what I did. That's why I parlayed the bet. I knew we were the better team, especially now with the juice they have with Casey Thompson. But the test is TCU. The test is OU. The test is Iowa State at Ames. Don't pay any attention to Iowa State losing to Baylor today in Waco, because that's not the Iowa State we're going to face when we go and play Ames and play in Ames. And y'all know that. I agree. The recruits did see us drop 70 points. That's freaking dope. Hey, how about this? Have we ever dropped 70 points at DKR before? Or if we have, when's the last time we did that? Do we have any statisticians in here? 35 is a big number, Scott. However, you got to understand Texas got such a big margin and there was a lot of soft coverage and giving up a lot of yards. I'm not trying to make excuses. I mean, I don't want to see big play touchdowns where guys are missing tackles and our safeties are blowing people up. I don't want to see that. However, within the context of and game flow, I'm not mad at it. I personally had Tech scoring 31 coming into the game. So them hitting 35, I don't have a problem with that. What I didn't foresee was us hitting 70. That's what I didn't see. I'm saying, when's the last time we scored 70 in DKR? The 70 we scored, no, guys, the 70 we scored was in the Big 12 championship game, and I think that was at NRG. I think that was in Houston or wherever we played the Big 12 championship game. I'm saying, when's the last time we scored 70 at home? That 70 we scored, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, talk to me now. That 70 we scored was the Big 12 championship game. I'm saying, when's the last time we scored 70 in Austin? Somebody said we haven't. I don't know if I don't remember last time we hit 70 in Austin. That's what I'm saying. All right, my staff folks chiming in. It's the first time. 1970. Somebody said 1977, the last time we put up that many points in DKR. That's what I'm saying. Like this, I'm talking about. I'm just talking about home, because that 70 we put up, if I'm not mistaken, that was in Houston. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong on that. And PK, okay, yeah, I thought it was at NRG. Yeah. So, yeah, somebody says, I remember the 66 against New Mexico. Yeah, West Virginia going on. 1977, we put up 72 against Rice. Okay. Hey, I appreciate that, Kobe. What's up? Hey, I rock with Steven and Tran. What's good? What's good? What's good? I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I mean, again, and I'll be honest with you, that's some of the most fun. Can BUSR tell you who took the under? Yo, I thought it was when they said the line was 61 points, I was like, where can I put my money on the over for this? Are y'all kidding me? Is there some sort of weather issue that I'm not aware of? How is the line 61 points? Over every day of the week for this. Here's the thing. Okay, so I'm glad Scott brought this up, because this leads me to another point in regards to recruiting. And I think those of you who have rocked with me for long enough, and y'all really listen to what I got to say, I've said this for a while. I want us to be aesthetically pleasing. What does that mean? When you watch Texas, what Scott's talking about, a casual fan watching Texas, somebody that doesn't watch Texas like that, that's like, damn, that's a good offense. Damn, they flying upfield. Damn, we got to do a coaching clinic on what they're doing. I feel like that today, at least with outside zone, screens, Worthy. Let's talk about that wheel route, because I was right there in the north end zone. He caught that wheel route. Oh, my God, that was so beautiful. Great throw by Casey Thompson. Drop in the bucket. Drop in the bucket throw. It was perfect. And it was crazy because I threw my hands up. I don't know if there's a TV edit somewhere or whatever, because I'm the first row right there at the end zone. I threw my as soon as Worthy broke and the safety cleared to the end breaking route, I threw my hands up because I'm like, that's scheme. That's scheme. That's how it's supposed to look. That's aesthetically pleasing. That's good offense. Tran and them rolled this morning. And so Tran got there, I want to say, last 2 minutes of the second quarter. So he actually showed up earlier than I was expecting. And Tran and the kids rolled this morning 31-12. So they are 4-0. 31-12, Coach Tran, undefeated as a head coach. Yeah, transbound with the kids. I'm in his wife's office right now. That's where I'm recording right now. But Coach Trans dealing with all the youngins right now. But they got a dub down in the Kyle Buta area, and then he booked it back up and got to the game in the second quarter. After his son Jordan had a touchdown today as well. That's what I'm saying. We dropped 70 on a conference head, and it wasn't Kansas. It wasn't Kansas. Good point for us. Jordan Whittington did look good today. Jay Witt looked good today, breaking tackles, catching the ball with his hands, physical. I really like what I saw from Jay Witt today. But Xavier Worthy's that dude right now. Hey, Casey Thompson, 6 touchdowns today. The pick he threw in the end zone, let me tell you about that one. So I know exactly what he was seeing, and when they go through this in film, and this is just my view as a former high school quarterback, but when you're rolling left, and especially with Casey's arm or whatever, when you're rolling left, everything was correct that he was doing. He's got to try to throw that ball almost out of bounds. And for those of you who understand what I'm saying, you have to try to aim to throw that ball out of bounds so that either your guy makes that catch or it's incomplete. He just left it a little short. But Jay Witt, I actually was watching Jay Witt on the scramble drill. And those are the interceptions when you throw a pick and it's like 40, I don't know, it was like 49-14 or 49-21. And it's a pick like that. It's not like he didn't read the defense or didn't see the cover or anything like that. If he throws that to the back pylon, Jordan Whittington has a better opportunity to make a chance on that football instead of it being intercepted. That's a very correctable thing. But Casey Thompson had 6 touchdowns today. So that's what I want to talk about. We can talk about that well route he threw. Talk about the ball he hit to Marcus Washington. I thought was a really nice ball. We can talk about the fact that on third downs, they're like 75%. We can talk about the fact on fourth downs, he moves the chains. He looks confident. He had 300 yards passing. He is in complete command of this offense from what he's been asked to do thus far. Yes, somebody said, hey, can we push the ball a little bit more downfield? Anything we talk about, and Isaac, I agree with you, but anything we talk about on a day that we score 70 points in a football game is nitpicking. But we do have to nitpick because that's what we have to do if we want to be Big 12 champions. We have to nitpick. At some point when we face better opposition, we got to hit on those deep balls. That's going to make it easier for Bijan. I want to see Bijan get get some more touchdowns in the end zone. I want to see him break off more plays. So they still do need to connect on some of those deeper routes. Some of them we have when Casey did throw a good ball, got pass interference, or guys got rerouted and got hit. I was there at the game. I was seeing guys get just jammed up down the field. But we dropped 70. But it is fair to nitpick. We got to nitpick on these things because when you go to Ames and that play is there and it's all noise, you got to hit it. See, when we're at home, we're comfortable in DKR. For the wine and cheese people, we comfortable in DKR. Now, this is a great moment for Casey Thompson. 4 touchdowns against Colorado. I mean, the guy moves the chains. The guy scores touchdowns. The team gets in the end zone. The team's fired up. They play well. Let's talk about the running back room. Bijan Robinson, I wanted him to get a rushing touchdown or at least one more touchdown to boost up those Heisman numbers. But 18 carries, $137 on the ground, 2 catches, 54 yards and a touch, and obviously the opening touchdown. Roshan Johnson, 13 carries, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. Roshan Johnson loves playing against Tech, by the way, because That first, I think his freshman year, he had like a $120 or $130 and 3 touchdowns his freshman year against Tech. Jonathan Brooks came in late. I forgot the brother that called me out for not giving Jonathan Brooks a shout out. Shout out to Jonathan Brooks getting in there, true freshman, balling, 7 carries, 47 yards. Keelan Robinson, 4 carries, 42 yards. Keelan Robinson just big play waiting to happen. Freaking Usain Bolt in the backfield. Somebody said, "Tell me why Roshan's out there taking all Bijan." Roshan's like short yardage back, and I'm not angry about that. That's Roshan's strength. And yeah, I'm with you, JC. That room's an animal, and we got to give. Can we do this right now? Can we do this right now? Because somebody, John Doe said, most selfless. Can we give Coach Drayton his flowers? I'm gonna say it again. Can we give Stan Drayton his flowers and what he's doing in that running back room? Did anybody see Jaden Blue's tweet? Did anybody see Jaden Blue's tweet today? Y'all talk to me. Reuben Foster, are you watching? Or Reuben Owens, I said Reuben Foster. Oh, Alabama linebacker. Reuben Owens, are you watching? Are you seeing what this running back room is doing? Reuben Owens, did you see Jaden Blue's tweet? Jamarion Miller, are you guys seeing this? What Stan Drayton is doing, that's why he stayed on this staff. That's why he stayed on this staff. Oh, for those who didn't see the tweet, Stan Drayton, y'all saw, those of you who saw the tweet, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what it's about. And you know what? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone because I'm on another laptop, so I can't. I'm on another laptop, so I can't pull it right now. But I'll read it. I'll read it to y'all. And while y'all giving Stan Drayton his flowers, shout out to Joe Silva, the winner of the BUSR special giveaway contest. And I'm sorry, I should have had this pulled up before. So Jaden Blue said, "Y'all asked me why I went to Texas. Almost every running back with touches, and even a lot of them have scored. They put running backs in position to not just run the ball, but find other ways to put the ball in running backs' hands. Best head coach and best running back coach in college football. Hook 'em." That was Jaden Blue, his tweet today. That not just give Stan Drayton his validation, his flowers on what he's doing, but that talks to other kids in the country. That's also a culture thing, because eventually that culture and that energy in their room can go into other rooms. That's what you want. You want that same energy in the defensive line room. You want that same energy in the linebacker room. And I'm not saying that they don't have that energy or feel that way, but that with the way that they're performing, because we're in a results-based business, we're in a production-based business. And when you have people in the room that used to play a different position and later on the line and say, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be on the field. I'm going to do whatever it takes for the University of Texas. I'm going to do whatever it takes for the front of the jersey for my brothers. You know, everybody in football, those say, oh, for my brothers. They actually mean that shit. And they play like it. They block like it. They run like it. They execute like it. So when you have a recruit tweet what he tweeted that's not in the room, that's Stan Drayton and that culture that he's building. That's also Bijan Robinson. That's also Roshan Johnson. That's also Jonathan Brooks. That's also Keelan Robinson. That's also, Watson. There's all those guys. So we're building, you can't not feel good about what you're seeing today. You can't not feel good. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all know what to do. I appreciate it, Hunter. Shout out to my boy, Hunter King. That's my dude. What's good, Hunter? But I appreciate you, man, holding everybody accountable to take attendance. Hit that like button. It helps us grow this channel. We're trying to spread the word. Shout out to Last Stand Hats, my friends over there as well. Texas Homer got promo codes. Brad Kellner got promo codes. We're trying to build up the brand. Texas is, we coming, man. We're trying to build this thing up. All of us, y'all just being here in the chat, we're trying to build this shit up. Dropped 70 on Tech today. Was good. And we didn't even need Chris Beard for that. But Chris Beard coming for your head. Chris Beard coming for your head in basketball. Believe it, Tech. We ain't done with y'all. We ain't seen the last of you, Tech. Shout out to the Tech fans I did sit next to, though. Good people, real good people, good football fans. They weren't even talking shit or anything like that. They were just getting frustrated with Matt Wells. The people I was sitting next to that were Tech fans, and it was probably like 5 or 6 of them. And because I sat the Tech cheerleaders were right there in that section. The Tech cheerleaders, they were all like, Matt Wells was good, man. What are we doing? We look terrible. I like how Sark sees a little scratch on the Ferrari, talks about he's not. Yeah, I mean, no, coach has got a nitpick. Yeah, man. I love, hey, that's all I'm gonna say. Hook him. I told you, I give that energy. I see a great comment from Corey White here, though, going back to the point I made earlier. Daniel Young. Do y'all remember that speech? Corey, God bless you, brother. Thank you for bringing this up. Do you remember the comment Daniel Young made about, I need to improve. I don't need to hit the portal. I need to improve. I need to get better as a football player if I want to see the field. Taking accountability. Daniel Young was here, 2017? When we had the other brother that went to Sam Houston, Toneel Carter. Y'all remember that? Toneel Carter caught the wheel route against Iowa State when we beat them with Shane Buechele when Ellinger got hurt. Do y'all remember that? Daniel Young, balled out in the bowl game. I think it was against Missouri. Doesn't play. But Corey White, thank you for noticing that. They love each other. That's a team. He doesn't even play. And I guarantee you Daniel Young works his ass off in practice. Guarantee he works his ass off in practice. Pat Rooster, leave him alone. Hey, y'all getting it in. But Corey White, thank you for that comment. Oh, man. Hey, Matt Wells is going to be the next coach fired in the Big 12. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, no, that's a great call out by Corey White for sure. What's the score of OU West Virginia? Because I'm talking to I'm talking to y'all right now, and I don't have it. Somebody said some Ricola Echinacea. Yeah, I'm gonna get it after this. I hate sounding like this on camera and stuff, but I'm excited just like y'all are. Can you imagine being there in that environment when you go out there, you're nervous? And I meant to tweet this morning and I didn't get a chance to, but I came into Austin last night and I slept over at Trant's place here. And I woke up and we were driving to Jordan's game and I was like, Trant, I don't know what it is, but I feel good about today. I was like, I don't feel no nerves. I just feel like we're just gonna go out there and execute. Like I was like, I don't know what it is, but I feel good. That's on Anthony Joshua getting upset. That's a big deal, man. Boxing's in a bad spot right now. No disrespect to Usyk because Usyk is undefeated, great heavyweight. But I didn't see the fight. I don't know what happened. I heard he won on unanimous decision, but It was supposed to be Joshua and Fury. Shit gets pushed back again, like it always does in boxing, which infuriates me. And now we still need Fury Wilder 3. Who knows what happens there? And it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I'll get back to it. I don't know. Should I stay in Austin another night? Who knows? Head back to Dallas tomorrow. Yeah, let's get to 200 likes. Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate that. I don't know why I felt that way. No, I agree, Jason. I don't know why I felt that way this morning. I just felt like I was like, man, it's a good day. Well, it's just going to be one of them days. I did see Santa running around. I'll be honest with you, though. I can't even believe I'm speaking on this. I didn't like seeing that police officer run all over the field like that. I mean, nobody wants to do that on their job, for some bullshit like that, for attention grabbing. I mean, yeah, I guess it's funny and everything, and he got dropped when he got back, but stuff like that is tough. George, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Go to ACL. I'm gonna be in Dallas the next 2 weeks for TCU in Oklahoma. I think those are the next 2 weeks ACL. Did we get a score? Did anybody show me a score of the OU West Virginia game? Or do I need to look it up? I can probably pull it up on here. 7-7. 7-7. Tight ball game. I'm gonna go watch that game. 7-7. What was the TCU? Let's go check that out because I didn't see one play from that game. So SMU won 42-34. I got to go back and watch this. I mean, it looks like, the box score looks good for TCU, but I don't know how they lost. Zach Evans went over 100 yards and had another 70 in the air. But, box scores don't tell the whole story. You know that. Steven needs to read the chat. Y'all funny. Yeah, I saw Tanner Mordecai had a whole bunch of picks. Still won. I appreciate everybody in the chat here. I'm gonna go another few minutes and then I'll log out and rest my voice so y'all can understand me better and I sound more like myself. I agree, man. Doors wide open. This goes back to what I've been saying this now for a couple of weeks coming into Big 12 play. Watching these teams, watching all these teams in the Big 12, why not us? Oklahoma wasn't any type of juggernaut last year. They weren't any type of juggernaut last year. But they won the conference because we could have made them 0-3 in the Big 12. But instead, we gave them the momentum they needed to not lose again. So, y'all do what's up. Hey, Michael, thank you. My brother's doing well. I spoke to him. We had a great conversation last night. I appreciate that. Thank you. He's doing well. He's a big Maryland fan. So, and I hate to bring up Maryland. Yeah, my brother I'll never live that down for my brother with Maryland. But what they got on with Mike Loxley and Talia. My brother's like, why aren't we ranked? We're about to be 4-0. We're 4-0. Why aren't we ranked? So we'll see. They got to beat Iowa next week. I think Iowa's coming to Maryland, so they got to beat Iowa. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, Ethan. So if you run this live back, check it out. But we were talking about this earlier about the running back room, Jaden Blue, and his comments. But I do want to have a conversation about this again after I've actually watched film. Because again, when I do these lives, these are real-time lives, pure fan reaction after the game, and what I saw at the game. That's what this is. Now, when we get in during the week, we get into our prep. Next week will be TCU prep. I will be at TCU. I will be there on the road, repping all gas, no brakes, the whole bit. I will be there in TCU in Fort Worth. But when we get into our TCU prep, I've already broken down the film 2 or 3 times, and we can get into more, specifics on what we did, things I saw. Because if I'm just speaking on, I'm just speaking right now on what I saw as a fan at the game. But this is Fanatic perspective. We all fans. We just talking as fans. We're just talking as fans. But I can tell you this: I was happy. Tran was happy. We were thrilled. We were thrilled. It was just fun to go to a football game and watch your team execute, regardless of the opponent. But go to a football game. Your playmakers are getting the ball. I shared y'all the box score earlier, and you just see people, doing their thing. Unbelievable. Just doing their thing. So TCU next week. We'll see if TCU was looking ahead or if TCU is fraudulent. I got one. Thank you. We'll see what's up. But I'm gonna go check out this OU game. Y'all smash that like button. Joe Silva, if you're out there, shout out to busr.com/fanatic, our winner. Joe Silva, hook 'em. $250 cash bonus. 50 free spins. Hey, my man Nicholas, what's good, man? Thank you for the super chat. Looking for the 210. Nicholas for the 210. Tran, we got a 210 in here. Them San Antonio boys. My man Brandon, them San Antonio boys. That's good stuff. Brandon's been telling me about this young quarterback down there, Richard Torres. I don't know if you heard about him. I think he's committed to Nebraska to go play for Scott Frost, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been telling me about this young kid, Richard Torres, for years. Shout out to my man Brandon, All the Wires podcast. 210. TCU was looking ahead. Yeah, I, if I'm Texas, I'm expecting, and this is what you have to expect if you're Texas. Anybody we play, you're getting the best shot. That's why I said I ain't taking nothing away from Iowa State losing to Baylor. I'm assuming when we play Baylor, we're going to get Baylor's best shot because I believe we play Baylor and Waco as well. I'm assuming when we go to Ames and play Iowa State, we're going to get the best version of Iowa State. I'm assuming when we go to Dallas in the Cotton Bowl, we're going to get the best version of Oklahoma. We're going to get the best version of TCU next week. But let me tell y'all something. Sark and them boys with Casey Thompson and this energy they got, these teams are starting to get the best version of Texas. That's the freaking point. You're going to get the best version of us now, too. And when you come to DKR and you see this offense and we run an outside zone like that and we play action like that and our quarterback can move, we're scary, too. Aztec. No disrespect to those fans I sat next to today. They were like, wow, this is y'all unloaded on us. We're scary too. That's got to be the energy. Yeah, I anticipate y'all bringing a game. We're Texas. Bring it. That's why I talked all that shit at the end of the week about Chris Beard. That's got to be the energy. That's fine. I know that's Casey Thompson's energy. I know that's Bijan Robinson's energy. I know that's Xavier Worthy's energy. I don't care. Bring it. Let's go ball. That's why I said I need dogs. Because what we haven't had in a minute is when people, we always like, oh, people got up, so-and-so got up for Texas. So-and-so, Arkansas got up for Texas. They got up for Texas. They're going to get up. We're going to get up for you too. You're going to get the best version of us. You're going to get us executing our shit. You're going to get us actually blocking. You're going to get us actually tackling. You're going to get us not committing penalties. And I think Steve and PK and all these guys, I hope I'm right. I think they're done with being the whole, we got their best shot. No, we're going to give you our best shot, Tech. And now Clemson's not good. Clemson's not good. I mean, I don't know how else to phrase that. I saw your question, but anyway, I'm a wrap because this has been a lot of fun. But I'm gonna leave on that point. It is turning. It is turning. At least in DKR. True Sound game next week. We don't know. Texas hasn't looked good thus far. They've only played one game in the Stormtrooper Whites. They looked horrible. We get to see another game next week. We get to see the game in Dallas the week after. Game in Fort Worth next week. But all these people bringing that energy towards us, all these people bringing their A game towards us, we're going to bring our A game to you too. And we're going to see who. And we're going to see. That's all I'm going to say. If we both bring in our A game, let's see what's up. That's all you can ask for as a coach. That's all you can ask for as a player. Because there's been too many times in the last 10, 11 years where people brought their A game because they got it for Texas, and we brought C game. We brought 7 out of 10. We brought 8 out of 10. But today, brought A game. If we bring our A game, what are they going to do? We got it for you, Tech. You can't drop 70 on somebody and say you didn't get up. We got up for you. Let's get up for TCU next week. I hope y'all getting fired up. I hope everybody in this freaking fan base is fired up. We can win this conference. I'm not saying we're going to win. We can do it though. We can win. That's why I'm like, people talking about development. We got to wait. We got to do this, blah, blah, blah. Yo, look at everybody playing football in this conference right now and tell me that Texas can't win this conference. Talk to me. Just get up for people the way they get up for you. Sark, PK, Jeff Banks. Shout out to Jeff Banks. Special teams was amazing today. I'm sorry it took me this long to mention your name, brother. Special teams was incredible today. And we're going to get Deshaun that record. He coming. However, we're not going to get a fair whistle on the road. Expect that. We're not going to get nobody's not going to bring their A game on the road. Expect that. Bring your A game. Because you know what Miami used to do back in the day, and I was talking to Tran about this. I hope y'all getting fired up like I am right now. I was talking to Tran about this at the game. Miami used to come into the drink on the road and people booing and all that negative energy. And it was like WWE. Funnel it. Bring the hate. Bring the noise. What'd you say? You hating on Texas? You want to do horns down? You hating on us? Let's funnel it. You going to get my A game today. We turning up for you. We going to drop 70 on your ass. Period. That's the energy that needs to be. That's how they need to coach. That's how they need to play. Enough done. Enough said. And if they play that way and they lose, I can go to sleep at night knowing hey, we lost to a better team. But that needs to be the energy. This is freaking football, man. It's an energy. It's an emotional game. It's an emotional game. Everybody works hard during the week. Shout out to Baron Sorrell, freshman out there rocking the 88, out there making plays. True freshman. Byron Murphy, true freshman. But man, and look, y'all getting fired up, especially those of y'all that come to these games. These players feel us. These players feel that energy. It translates onto the field. Trust me. That's why I'm excited. I am not scared to go to Fort Worth next week at Amon Carter Stadium because it's a test. I want to see them. I want to see the same energy that they're showing at DKR, where they are blowing people up. I want to see that same energy when Gary Patterson, who hates Texas, and Zach Evans and Quinn Johnston, who flipped on us. I want to see that same energy in Fort Worth next week and blow their ass up. It's an emotional game. Channel it properly, execute, beat their ass. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank you to our sponsors, BUSR. I'm gonna go back and break down this film. This is really the end of the video. Trust me, because I'm getting tired. But I appreciate everybody coming on here. Awesome, awesome, awesome day. Enjoy the victory. Joe Silva, if you're out there, congratulations. Guys, we still have another, I think, 7 days. You can still sign up on busr.com/fanatic, another 7 days to take advantage of the NFL 100 FP promotion. Another 7 days. 100% matching on all free play. So, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all celebrate the dub tonight, and let's get ready to go to Fort Worth and Gary Patterson next week and turn up on them boys. Because we're going to go to them and bring our A game. We're going to get up for them for once. We're going to bring the energy to them for once. That's what I'm ready for. But I love y'all. Horns. Oh, I love you guys. Peace.